Hello once again, everyone. This is Teacher David with Fast Track to English, bringing you another folk tale, like a creation myth. How GLOOSKAP Found Summer. This is based on an Algonquin folktale. Algonquin is a Native American tribe here in the United States, illustrated by Maria Voris. Once, a long time ago, the world grew terribly cold. A frosty wind blew out of the north, and an unbroken blanket of ice and snow covered the lands. The cold was so severe that fires couldn't keep the people warm, and the corn wouldn't grow. Plants and trees were dying, and the ground was frozen solid. The people and animals were suffering from cold and hunger. It was a difficult and desperate time. GLOOSKAP, the kind and mighty leader, knew he had to do something to save his people. The brave GLOOSKAP traveled far to the north, searching for the source of the problem. GLOOSKAP made his way through the bitter cold, carefully searching the northern wasteland. All around him, the frosty land was barren and empty of people and animals. Everywhere he looked, he found only ice and snow. After a difficult journey, GLOOSKAP came upon an enormous wigwam made of solid ice where the giant Winter lived. GLOOSKAP went straight to the door of the wigwam, determined to confront the powerful giant. Winter came to the door of the wigwam, welcomed GLOOSKAP, and invited him into his home. Winter was an old and powerful being who had ruled the earth from the earliest times with his spells of cold and frost. His icy breath could cover entire lands under a blanket of snow. Once inside, GLOOSKAP was amazed at the beauty and splendor of Winter's icy abode. The walls sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight, reflecting every color of the rainbow, everything around still and white and beautiful. Winter began to tell long stories to GLOOSKAP about the time when he had ruled over the earth. He spoke of days gone by when he had ruled far and wide, and everything had been quiet, beautiful, and peaceful beneath a thick layer of snow. Winter's stories weaved a powerful charm of frost over GLOOSKAP, and he soon fell asleep under Winter's chilling spells. Winter's magic was strong enough to put GLOOSKAP to sleep, but he could not destroy the mighty warrior. GLOOSKAP slept like a bear for 6 months under the spell until one day Tatler, the loon, flew to find him. Tatler was GLOOSKAP's friend and messenger, and he approached the sleeping GLOOSKAP with news. "Wake up, GLOOSKAP," cried the bird. "This is no time for a brave warrior to sleep. You must travel south at once. In the south, you will find a woman who can defeat this cold and cruel Winter." Realizing that he did not have the strength to defeat the giant on his own, GLOOSKAP immediately left the cold lair of Winter. He traveled far to the south as fast as he could to a land where it was still sunny and warm. The land he found in the south amazed him. The green grass grew, the flowers bloomed, and everywhere GLOOSKAP looked, colorful butterflies flew. It was a wonderful land, full of life and warmth. GLOOSKAP walked along a path near a forest and saw a group of spirits dancing in a circle. In the middle of the circle was the beautiful Summer. She had long brown hair and wore a crown of flowers on her head. As he watched Summer dancing, GLOOSKAP realized that she was the one who had the power to defeat Old Man Winter. Although he was in a hurry, GLOOSKAP waited for the dance to end before he approached the beautiful Summer. he desperately asked Summer to come north with him. "Please, Summer, my people need to defeat the cold and icy winter. Our flowers do not bloom, and our food does not grow. We need help. You are strong and have the power to help my people," he said. Summer agreed to help Glooskap and his people, and she followed him north all the way to Winter's icy home. They traveled for many days and nights, moving as quickly as they could. Each day, the weather grew colder and harsher as they neared the land of Glooskap's people. When they arrived back at the giant's icy wigwam, Winter greeted them, invited them both inside, and told them to be seated. Again, Winter began to tell stories about the days when he had ruled over all of the earth. His spells were strong and powerful, and again Glooskap felt himself begin to fall into a deep, deep sleep. But Winter's spell had no effect on Summer. She began to chant her own spell, which brought heat and warmth to the whole land, and soon sweat poured down the face of Winter. "I am stronger than you," said Summer. "You must leave this land and thaw your icy breath. You are no longer welcome here, and it is time for you to leave." Winter wept to see his power broken, and his tears turned into rivers of melted snow and ice. The sun shone brightly in the sky once more, bringing warmth and joy to the people and the animals. The corn and wheat began to grow, and colorful flowers began to bloom. Everything was warm and green and full of life and color once more. Seeing the despair of the giant, Summer spoke to him. "You will have your land in the north to rule over," said Summer. It will always be winter there, and no one will disturb you. And so that you are not always alone, you may come and visit other lands for part of each year. But every spring, I will return to warm the land, and you must retreat to the north. Winter had little choice but to agree to Summer's suggestion. Since that day, Winter has come south to rule the lands for several months of each year. But in the spring, Summer arrives and chases Winter away. Although sometimes it seems as if winter will never end, spring will always come. Here are some words that were used in this folktale. Confront, verb, to oppose directly and openly, to stand up to. Notice how every single word is identified to what page it is, or you can find it in the folktale. Disturb, verb, to bother or interrupt. Lair, that's a new one for me. Noun, the resting or living place of a wild animal or dangerous person. Messenger, someone who delivers a note or message. Severe, adjective, extremely bad or dangerous, like severe weather. Splendor, noun, a great brightness. Suggestion, noun, an idea used to try to change another person's way of thinking. And this is my favorite, wigwam. It's a type of hut built by Native Americans in the Northeast that used curved poles for support.